I would say that LA, Hollywood, is probably the worst city in the world for like, you know, the demons that exist.
Whoa. What just happened?
Look at this, we're both vlogging.
I can't believe this.
Ah, shit.
Yo, I don't even know what to say, man. This is like, yo.
This is great.
This is unbelievable.
Great.
You have been such a mentor to me from afar that I can't even put into words right now.
So
because I graduated college the May that you launched the podcast.
Yeah.
I had this vision to start my own,
Yeah.
like Purpose in the Youth. I had this idea, and I'll never forget it. I went to my homies that I live with. We're from Western Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I go down to his basement in his studio, and I'm like, dude, Drama just launched a podcast.
Yeah.
Doing exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
And that whole summer, it was as if listening to your podcast, it was motivating me to really follow through with what I wanted to do, but it was also showing me that if he's doing it, he's staying consistent, that I need to stay consistent with it.
Yeah.
And it has been from afar, bro, like I can't even put into words. I like
appreciate that, man.
It's incredible, dude.
Here
Thank
we
you so
are.
much,
Life
man.
is
Thank you
crazy,
so much, man.
Life brought us here.
This is the content crib. We got this little backyard. We got
Love your hustle.
the little dining set. That's my buddy. He's a recording artist out here. We do some tanning. Little basketball court. Got some weights over here.
Yeah, I got like the prison gym.
That's it. We out there, you know,
That's all you
with
need,
the shirt,
bro.
the shirt off, getting a nice little tan.
As you should.
So his name's Dylan Reese. This is his area, his workspace. We shoot another podcast that we just launched back in January.
Yep.
It's called Breakfast is Served.
Yep.
3 guys in their 20s living in the same house in LA,
Yep.
talking anything and everything, just what's going on in our life. So you have Steve, 5-Star Vintage.
Yep.
He's the online clothing store. Purpose in the Youth, me, and then my buddy. He's the Vanilla Boy. He's the recording artist. So I'll sit dead center. Dylan's on the right. Steve. We just talk for an hour about anything and everything.
That's great.
Unfortunately, Steve's not here. He's in Cuba right now. He just went on a trip. But this is where he
Nice.
runs. This is where he runs his business.
Yep.
So he'll go thrift shopping in LA to all these factories. He's got guys all over the country that'll send him packages,
Yep.
and then he just packs and ships it. But he's been doing it for about 5 years. He was a freshman in college, and then saw the business starting to grow, so he dropped out, and he stuck with it.
And then are you guys working jobs too? Or
So I'm an Uber driver full time.
Dope.
Best Uber driver in LA.
Yeah,
might
5 stars.
even be the country. He works for Southwest right here in Burbank.
Yeah.
So he's out doing baggage. He gets free flights everywhere.
Dope.
And then my homie Dylan, he lives full time off his music.
Got it.
So we all are finding ways to grind and hustle. 24. I'm 24. Steve's 24, and then my homie Dylan's 25.
So dope.
So this is the time to
Congrats.
put our head down.
Yeah,
and
you're
just-
in the magic
just grind
spot.
it.
You know what I mean?
And we're in LA too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this has been a dream come true.
These are the days you can't get back. These are the days that you'll look back on and be
Yeah.
like, man, remember when we had that house?
Yeah.
And fucking blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And we had like the garage.
Yeah.
Remember there was like a photo studio?
Yeah.
With, like a half mannequin?
Yeah.
Like this will be the time that you're like, those were
And that's
the
why
days.
we're just trying to document it. Even
Yeah.
like these little podcasts, it's not even about the plays. It's just what's going through our heads in this moment right now
Yeah.
with our life and
Smart.
everything. Just
so smart.
trying to document and show people that, we're like anybody else, just trying to make it work.
It's cool because I always say about like our shows, like I get to look back on our shows and it's like
Yeah.
having this really, really well produced
Yeah.
like family video
Yeah.
almost, but the one thing that I wish I did, because it's so produced and it's so like, planned and shit,
Yeah.
is I wish that I had done this the
Mm.
whole time.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I'd be able to look back on those and be
Yeah.
like, damn, like that's how I was feeling when we were shooting that episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can watch the episode, but you don't get like that
The
real
behind the
shit.
scenes of
Yeah.
what was actually happening.
Yeah. At the time, me, my brother, all my the kids I grew up with in Ohio, all the skate kids lived in a house just like this.
Yeah.
At in Studio City off
Wow.
of Whipple.
Wow.
Right off of Vineland.
Mm.
And it was literally like this exact layout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it just reminds me of that.
Yeah. The thing was, when we moved out here, obviously being on real just tight budgets, wanting to get a house, we needed a house for space-wise.
Yeah.
I had only been to LA 5 or 6 times, and it was always West LA.
Yeah,
so
same.
I had never been to Burbank or
Yeah.
the Valley.
Yep.
So I'm over here rolling dice, signing a lease,
Yeah.
having no idea what Sun Valley is, what
Yeah,
Burbank
bro.
is like,
Yeah.
anything, and just said, all right, let's roll the dice and see how it goes.
I
And
know the feeling.
we lucked out. We got super lucky.
Yeah. It's gonna pay off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, you don't even know. Let's keep it moving over here. This is where the real magic happens.
Ooh.
This is the half bedroom, half studio.
Nice, bro.
This is how we make it work.
Is this your bedroom?
This is my bedroom.
Nice.
Just got the neon sign 2 weeks ago. We got the wall of every guest that's been on the podcast.
This is exactly what I did in my office, right? Like,
yep.
It's like the same version, meaning like I had this like decent sized office, and I was doing them just audio.
Yeah.
Then I set up a shitty little desk, and I was kind of filming some like ghetto video, and I was like, man, what am I like using all this office for?
Yeah.
So I just cleared off a whole wall of my office, and it looks very similar.
Ever since the beginning, I just told myself, if you want this to ever become something serious, you have to treat it as if you're already at 10 million plays.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, the first episode might have got 50 plays that first day.
Yeah.
I just said, it's fine, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Number 2, number 3, number 4.
Yeah, when I launched mine, bro, it was getting like 1,000.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck, like nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know, like I had
because you're in that huge world already.
Yeah, and I was so nervous about it, like, oh, if I put it out, it's got to be perfect, and there's so many people that are gonna listen, and oh my god, and then I put it out, and just nobody gave a shit, and I was like, whoa, like I gotta really figure out how to do this, and it's still like I yesterday had a meeting about trying to grow listeners and how do I like market this thing and figure it out. It's really its own thing, you know. Like you can't, just because you have a lot of Instagram followers doesn't mean everyone's gonna go listen to it. You know? Yeah, there's no cheat code. Yeah.
And you've had some amazing guests. The one that really made me smile was Lewis Howes. There's three people that have got me here today. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Lewis Howes inspired me to start the podcast. I saw what he was doing. I was in college. I was about to graduate. Didn't want to get a corporate job.
Yep.
And I went to a business school. Literally I got an email 6 months out after graduating. 99% of my graduating class was enrolled into a full-time career, and I wasn't. I was out Uber in the streets of Boston, just hustling. Just had this vision. I had launched it. I had a belief that I could actually turn this little idea into something bigger.
Yeah.
And I just stuck to it. But what was I going off of?
The 3 people.
3 people. Lewis Howes, he inspired me to start the podcast, without a doubt. That first year, if I wasn't driving Uber or podcasting, I was listening to Gary Vee every single day. And then, honestly, you were as if my personal trainer, my bigger brother from afar.
Yeah.
Because every time I saw you deliver and you stay consistent, if Drama's doing it, I gotta deliver.
Yeah.
And the weeks that there was like a couple weeks you missed, I was like, I gotta up one of them. I gotta one up them. Those little weeks, I was like, yo, deliver.
Yeah, it's so true.
I was like, I gotta catch up to him. I gotta catch up.
And that's why I try to talk about on mine and try to be honest about on mine is like how hard it is to keep that up. You know what I mean? And now I'm trying to do video blogs and this is hard, man. But it's just a game of consistency. Like it's like working out. You know what I mean? Like you miss one day and you're screwed. Yeah. You know, but. That's dope. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Take a seat right there. I'm gonna grab us some waters. Check. 2 1 2. Bobby in the building. We're checking out these vocals. We got Drama in the building. We about to get this place popping, baby.
Look at that
popping.
set.
That's it. That's how to do it.
What are you waiting for?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Back to the Purpose in the Youth podcast with your favorite bearded man, the one, the only, Bobby. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but today on the podcast, Drama.
Bobby! We're here, man.
Drama, what's going on, man?
I am excited. I'm inspired.
You're inspired.
I'm inspired by your house.
Huh.
I'm gonna be honest, and this is not a diss on your house because this is just a stepping stone for when you live in a mansion. Yeah. When I pulled up and I saw Tyler out front, I was like, damn, I feel like we might be getting set up, and we might be getting robbed right now. You know, and then sure enough, the moment you opened that door and came out with your just like hustler spirit, and then took me in and showed me like this thing is literally like a movie studio, I was like, shit, we are right at home, right? Like this is right where I came from. I speak this language.
It being how you treat other people to a certain extent.
100%. And I always say, like, I've been here for a long time now, and I've been in the sort of entertainment industry. I've been in all these different industries. I've been really in like the belly of the beast of LA and Hollywood. And I would say that LA, Hollywood is probably the worst city in the world for like, you know, the demons that exist.
Whoa,
it's a sign.
What just happened?
It's a fucking sign.
Uh-oh. That's never happened once before.
Guys, this podcast is so fucking powerful.
Just put out the lights.
The circuit.
What just happened?
The AC turned off too.
I don't know.
It's gonna turn back. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Okay, guys, I just want you to know if we don't make it out of here,
hold on.
We love you all.
Ew!
The power just turned off.
What the how did it...
Oh, it's chirping.
Is he gonna come back?
It's coming back.
I hear it.
This is how we operate.
This is
we just adjust.
Though.
This is what you do, ladies and gentlemen. You adjust.
Yeah, you want to.
You don't stop. We're gonna clean this up.
Everything's not gonna be perfect in life, kids.
No.
And you just gotta.
You gotta power through.
You gotta power through.
Let me just hear what we were talking about last.
Yeah, I forgot.
He's roughly. I'm really bad at that part. Yeah, but it's small of LA and Hollywood. I would say that LA, Hollywood is probably the worst city in the world for the demons that exist. Whoa.
Whoa. See, I said demons. Dude. It's because I fucking summoned the demons, bro. Fuck. I fucked us.
Dude.
Oh, man.
Oh, yo, that's actually kind of crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if Drama was dropping gems and LA just decided to shut it down, but we lost lights, electricity. So we are going off the daylight that is outside. The only good thing is because of what we live in LA, we're going to get some subpar.
Beautiful. We are so lucky.
Yeah, we're good.
I mean, we got a beautiful day outside. Sometimes you just got to count your blessings.
This is just acting on the fly, all right?
Yep.
So no more neon sign, no more nothing. We're going back to the basics of just the raw sunlight, and we're just going to keep putzing along.
Yep.
You just have to have a vision and really want it, you know? Yeah. You have to, because if you're not willing to put in the groundwork, you don't deserve to make a living doing it.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to outwork every single other person and just do it. And if you're not getting the plays that you want, well, you just have to keep going, because that's how that's how anything in this world happens. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do, but if you continue to outwork and be willing to do the things that nobody wants to do, make the sacrifices and drive the Uber, whatever it might be, eventually something's going to click, and at some point the opportunity is going to come.
Yeah, and be smart. You know, I would say to everyone, like ask yourself what you want to do right now. And I'm telling you, I'm just telling you that if your immediate answer is like get rich, then just rethink it. Like you got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Because that's not the answer. Figure out what it is you want to do, what the road looks like to building that.
Yeah.
And why anyone would want to do you the favor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing for them? And if you can't answer those questions, you need to find the answers to those questions.
Yeah.
What do you want to do other than get rich? How are you going to actually, like what I'm saying is, I'm guessing that your ultimate purpose with this podcast is to inspire
100%.
the next generation, right?
Yeah.
By doing that, you're going to get rich. That's just what's going to happen. That's a byproduct. So your goal is to inspire millions of people. How are you going to do that? Well, a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you start on that right now, and how can you add value back to people? This is what you're going to do. You're going to research, you're going to do this all right, you're going to set it up in your thing, and you're just going to fucking go for it. And you're going to hear 1,000 no's, and you're going to let people ignore you, and you're going to have the power go off.
Yeah.
But who cares? Like when you're inspiring millions of people and making millions of dollars, it's going to be amazing that all happened.
Yeah.
You know, and so you just have to start now, all the listeners, and reverse engineer and answer those questions. Because to think like, I'm just going to start a podcast, it's going to be so dope, everyone's going to want to be on it. Like, start over.
Yeah.
Rip out the book. Start another.
You got to start all over.
You got to answer those questions. Yeah.
Closing questions.
Yep.
I want you to imagine there's a picture frame on the wall.
Yep.
And in that picture frame is you 10 years from now. What and who else do we see within that picture frame?
Oh, that's interesting. I think that just because it's my first instinct, I think I'm just like on a beautiful beach, you know, and not because I retired, but I just think like, maybe I'm learning how to surf. You know, I've always wanted to learn how to surf.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just learning how to surf. I'm just having some fun. I got a great tan, you know, like just a killer tan. I look super, super healthy.
Yeah.
And I probably have 10 years, you know, I should have a new wife.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not in a rush, but you know, it's new, still passionate.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a little young buck. I'm not sure, a little kid.
Okay.
Once again, not in a rush, but it definitely is something I want.
Yeah.
But I just see us hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
I'm walking out of my beach house. You're walking out of yours.
Yeah,
So
like greetings.
Yeah.
Like, we're here. Aloha. You know?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I don't know why that's what came to mind.
No, I love it. I love it. Where can people find you on social media, the podcast? Plug it all up.
The main place 100% is Instagram at Drama. That's where I'm at the most. That's where I'm responding, checking DMs, as we know. My email's on there, which is where you reach out to.
Yep.
So Drama on Instagram. The podcast would be second. I would say it's called Short Story Long. It's everywhere where podcasts are. Obviously, I recommend iTunes. If you're an Android user, we're on Stitcher, Castbox, literally everything under the sun. clothing website is youngandreckless.com. Lots of new shit going on there. We've made a huge overhaul in product team. Like the product has gotten light years better. I finally wear my brand at almost all times now. Prices are insane. We've just done a lot of work on that, a lot of work on building that e-commerce store and making it the focus of our business. And that's it, man. I don't need to overplug. I mean, if you find those things, you'll get more than enough drama. You know what I mean?
Make sure if you guys actually go and follow, if you don't already, or if you do, just go drop a bunch of bearded man emojis so he knows that you're coming from the podcast. But before I ask the final question, I really cannot put into words, and I cannot say it enough, how much I appreciate you taking time out of your day to just come to Sun Valley, to come to some random dude's house and do a podcast. Because, like I said, man, this is a dream come true. You have been such a mentor to me, and this, I mean, I've had such a fire in my stomach to keep going, to keep this podcast going. But this is really a very special moment, and honestly, I couldn't have picked a better episode to have the lights go out, to have this happen.
We got a hit.
This is, if there's a podcast I want to happen, it would have been this, because this means more than I could put into words. And I thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah,
I really
thanks for having me, man. And I'm telling you this, and I really mean it. Thank you for the inspiration. Like, this is where we all come from. This exact moment. I'm very thankful the lights went out and that little doggy was barking because it is literally the real life version of exactly what we're talking about. Yeah. But it's from, staying connected with people like you and working with people like you and never like forgetting that I remember where I come from, why I'm even here, and how I got here and how I'm going to keep getting here. So thank you for the inspiration.
Absolutely. Last question for you.
Give it to me.
For somebody that's listening, doesn't know what their passion is, doesn't know what their purpose is mixed up trying to figure that out, what's the best 2 to 3 pieces of advice you'd give them?
Try everything positive, right? So usually we all, leave our house for college or for whatever, or sometimes in high school, we try everything negative. Right? We try maybe a little bit of drugs, mess around with some girls, get wasted, whatever, which is fine. Do that too, because you're going to want to do it at some point, right? So just get it out of the way. But also, when you're doing that, like we all talk about, like, oh, it's fine, he's experimenting, she's experimenting. Experiment with everything positive the same way. Go read books, listen to podcasts. There's so much information available to you right now that there never was before. Don't be closed-minded. Soak in everything. If you hate it, bail out. Start a podcast. You hear it's good, start it. If you hate it, bail out of it. But be open-minded to anything. Try everything. If you even get the slightest lead on your purpose and you think you might have it, go try it. Go intern. Go do whatever you can. Go ask the person if you can just interview them. Go make up. Go lie and say you have a podcast that gets 20,000 listens. And go interview someone with fake microphones that aren't turned on. Do whatever you have to do to get the information and start to figure it out. Because that's the only way. To sit in your room and just say, oh, it hasn't came and found me yet, that's not going to work either. It doesn't happen that way. It happens from being out in the world. It may not be anything like what you think it is right now. But just go try it in and go soak it in and try it, and you will find it. 100%. It'll get you. Other than that, I mean, literally, once you do find it, just, man, chase that thing with everything you got, because it's the key to happiness. It's literally, there's no other way around it. There is, and I honestly believe, I think Gary might say this, I hate to say it, but I believe that, like, family is incredibly important, rest, sleep, all that stuff. I think it's all really important. But to be honest, I think that a person can only give back to their family and their loved ones if they're happy with themselves. And the way that you become happy with yourself is by having a reason why you're on this earth, and something that you're chasing, and something that you're proud of yourself for. If you think you're a loser or a piece of shit or whatever, how do you think you're going to be to your wife, your kids, your mom, your whatever? You're not going to be good. So I hate to say it, but, like, I don't hate to say it. Focus on you and what you want to do and what your passion is, and work your ass off, and then be nice to the people around you and support the people that supported you. And man, if that's not a good life, I don't know what is.
Drama. Thank you for so much for coming on the podcast, man.
Thank you, man.
Absolute pleasure.
We killed it.
We killed it.
We killed the electricity. I thought it would come back on by now.
I would have thought so, but maybe not. We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.
See ya. Yeah, it doesn't get much more real than that, bro.
We fucking did it.
Unreal. Unfucking real.
Too good. Too
Freaking good. You're really good at this, brother.
I'm trying, man. I'm learning from people like yourself and from the other fucking greats that I listen to.
If you like that vlog and you want to see more like it, make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button below.